y'all, Lisa with FindUsCamping. I want to start this video out by saying thank you to General RV of North Canton, Ohio for letting us use this unit to give you guys a tour of the Alliance Valor 36V11. So for those of you that aren't familiar, Alliance is a fairly new brand to the RV industry, and they have just this year released their toy hauler line, which is Valor. So we're going to take you on a tour of that. We're going to start outside. So this is going to be the pass-through storage on this particular unit. They do have the magnetic latches so that when you open those, they stay up. You don't have to worry about them falling on your head. And then when you want to shut them, you just drop them down. So that's going to be your pass-through storage. You're going to have a gas bottle. There's one here. There's going to be one on the other side in the same exact location. Up front is where your generator is going to be. And then of course there's also the other two storage areas, and your batteries are going to be located, your hydraulics, that kind of thing. This is a great space to store the steps for your back deck, you know, when you're not using that and when you're traveling. The Valors do come standard with the Rotoflex pin box and with the Onan 5500 generator. This is where your leveling system is going to be. So it's where you're going to control your auto level, which is Lippert level up. And then this is the other side of that pass-through storage, and this is where all of your water controls are going to be. So this is where you're going to hook up your water, drain your tanks, flush your tanks. Everything is right here in one spot. Your furnace exhaust and your hot water heater, all right here. The slides on the Valor are electric, which the good thing about that is when you stop, if you need to get into your rig for something when you're traveling, you can run out one slide at a time. With the hydraulic, you have to just run them all out. This is the area where you will have your for your fuel tank. So this is where you access if you're using the fuel that's on board to fuel up your four-wheeler or whatever you might be towing in your toy hauler. That's going to be the access for that. And then this is where you would fill those up. This is your ladder for roof access, and this is going to be where you plug in for power. It is a 50 amp. Around back is the patio. So we have the patio down, and we're using the cables, but it does have legs that you can drop down and stand it on the ground. And then the railing system folds out, and there's a gate on that side to get off the patio. And the steps that I was talking about earlier that you store under the nose, they go down off that side as well. The Valor does have the sliding doors, and we'll look at that when we go inside, but these, they're all weather doors, so they slide shut, and they're screen all the way down, and then the glass panels you can raise or lower. So if you want to shut it off and use the air or the heat, you can do that, and if you want to have it open, just similar to your storm windows at home. And I almost forgot, there is an awning back here that goes out over your patio as well. A really neat feature that I love on the Valors is within this box right here is onboard air. So whether you need air because you have a tire going low on your trailer, or you need air because you have a tire going low on your truck, or whether you're out with your four-wheeler, your side-by-side, and you need air on that, you have onboard air right here. And I think that is an awesome feature, especially for a toy hauler. Okay, these do come standard with the, this one's a dual axle with the Moride suspension, the CRE 3000. Marine grade JBL speakers on the outside, and you have a, fingers are so cold, receptacle outside as well. The Valor does have the solid step system on the front door, and it does have the lift assist, which is nice, and they have the extended Linda handle. So I want to point out some of the features in the garage area. So this is the garage. This is the half bath that's off the garage. So it's got a toilet and a sink. The ladder is in there right now to get to the loft area. But of course, when you were using it, you wouldn't have the ladder there. A feature that they have that's not in all toy haulers is they do have the MCD blinds back here, which is nice because they take all the light out. There are, we'll talk about what's here in the middle of the floor. So these steps that are here leaned up against the wall are the steps that I talked about that you use out on your patio when you have that down. So these are the steps and the railing for them. And then also this is the table that if you drop the Happy Jack bed system down and you're using this area to sit at and play cards or share a meal, you just put that table up here in the middle of the floor. While I'm mentioning the Happy Jack beds, that's what this is up here. We'll insert a little video about how that works, but these come down and can either be used as a bed or as bench seating down both sides here, and the table would go in the middle. And then up at the very top is another bunk that's just one great big bunk, and that's all it is the top bunk. So let's step into the main living area. This is going to be your living room / kitchen area. It has a JBL sound system, your LG TV, your fireplace down at the bottom, and then cabinetry up top. Not super deep cabinets, but plenty of space up there. The large, I'm not sure what it's called, but the large sofa, so it's 4-seat sofa, all 4 pieces recline. And the end, you can't see that one, but so on either end, there's a USB and the electric controls for those 2 recliners. And then in here pops out is your cup holder. And then the center 2 are going to fold down with cup holders and charging ports. So 2 USBs and a receptacle in each of these. There is cabinetry above these sofas, and a lot of toy haulers, that's something that you don't get, is the cabinetry up top. And when you're RVing, of course, you want as much storage as you can have. This particular one has the island with this large farmhouse sink. If you need extra space, this pops up. These are epoxy poured countertops, so they're very lightweight, but they still look almost like a granite or a stone. And then this comes with 2 stools that are stored in these little cabinets on either side of the stove. So that's 1 stool in here, 1 stool on the other side for use over there on that side of the counter if you need it. I really like the residential oven and the 4-burner stove in the Valor. That's something that's not in every floor plan. Of course, you have the microwave up top. Little cabinets on either side that would probably be good for spices and stuff like that. And then the bigger cabinets up above. Something that Valor also has that doesn't seem like a big deal, but I really like it, is the soft shut, soft close cabinets and drawers on all of their cabinets and drawers. There's, of course, more cabinetry over here, up top, down below. This would probably be a great coffee station because it's not a huge area, but it would fit a coffee pot for sure. And then your control is in this little area for the vent fan up top. So that's in this little cubby hole as well. So this Valor does come with the residential fridge. I think that's an option, but it's a pretty good size fridge. French door with the freezer in the bottom. One of my favorite things in any RV is a pantry. And this one does come with a pantry. And although I would have a hard time reaching it, there is a huge cabinet up here over the fridge. And I say that, but I'm glad that it's there even though I can't reach it, because it's a great place to store things that you don't need every day, like paper towels, napkins, paper plates, any extra stuff you have that you don't need to get to all the time. Keep it up there, and then when you need it, you can grab your little stepladder and get it down. That's what we do in ours. More cabinets. More drawers. And before we leave the living room, let me not forget that there is a loft area. Over top that door is where the access is. So if you have little ones or even maybe big ones that don't mind small spaces, it's a very long area up there. The last cabinet on the way out of the kitchen, this is going to be all of your controls. So for your slides, for all your pumps, your lights, everything is controlled right here. This is your generator controls. So this floor plan does feature the east-west bed, which is a big thing for me. For one, it gives you a lot more floor space down here to navigate around the end of the bed. For two, you get this huge closet across the front, the whole nose here. So this is your closet space. You can see the rod and it's wide open. It is wired and ducted for a washer dryer. So if you wanted to put that in, it would go in the bottom half. So the water goes over here. The dryer vent is on that side, but you still won't lose all of that. If you decide to put the washer and dryer in, there's still closet space on either side. So you can get your hanging space back. And it's the same, on the other end. And then on the bed as well, there is the little shelf there on either side with a receptacle and a USB port, so you could charge your phone there at night. So something else that this unit has, and I think it's a new trend going through the industry, is this one does have 3 ACs. One here, one in the main living room, and one in the garage, but they aren't ducted, which is what we used to see a lot of. They each dump in their particular area. So that's a nice feature that if you didn't need, it is cool in one area of the coach as you did in another. And they are super quiet. So they're not the old dump ACs that we're used to that are so loud that you can't hear one another talk. They've really improved on them. They're quiet and they're much more efficient than the ducted systems. We hope you all are enjoying these camper tours. If you are, please don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring the bell so you don't miss the next camper tour. Also, I want to give a shout out to our buddy here, Matt Doran at the General RV in North Canton, Ohio. If you're interested in this or any other product that General sells, please be sure to contact him. We'll put his information below. Till the next time you find us camping, guys, safe travels.